Back for another deep dive. And this time we're revisiting a book we've talked about before, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker. But this time we're really going to dig into that first wealth file, the one Eker considers the absolute foundation for like building a millionaire mindset.
Yeah, it's funny. Eker doesn't just give you surface level financial advice in this book, right? He digs into the psychology of wealth. He's saying your beliefs about money are really the driving force behind your financial reality.
It's so true. And he kicks things off, with this comparison between the rich mindset and the poor mindset. And, you've probably heard this concept before, but what I think is really cool is how he defines the core difference. It's not about how much money you actually have in the bank right now. It's about how you believe, who controls your life, especially when it comes to like your finances. Like rich people believe they're the ones in the driver's seat.
And then those with a poor mindset, they tend to feel like life is just happening to them.
Yeah.
It's like they're powerless.
Yeah.
Powerless to change their financial situation.
Like they're just along for the ride.
Yeah, exactly. He uses this great example, it's like the lottery. Hoping to win big. That's not really a wealth-building strategy. That's just luck.
It's putting all your faith in luck. Like, oh, if I get lucky, maybe things will change. But Eker argues that people with a millionaire mindset, they don't wait around for luck. They take control. They make things happen.
He's not afraid to talk about personal responsibility either.
Oh, yeah. He goes right there.
You're responsible. You are responsible for your wins and for your losses.
No blaming.
No blaming allowed. And this is what leads him to the idea of the victim mentality.
Yeah.
Which he really thinks is like one of the biggest roadblocks to financial success.
Yeah, it's huge.
And he says, look out for these three major warning signs. Like these are the red flags that you might be stuck in this victim mentality.
So red flag number 1.
Blaming.
Oh, yeah.
Blaming. And he gives you this whole list.
It's a long list.
It's a long list. The economy, your parents, your boss, on and on. It's always somebody else's fault.
Yeah, never yours.
It's never your fault. It's always some external force that's dictating your financial situation.
Right.
But what's so interesting is that blaming often goes hand in hand with the second red flag, which is justifying.
Oh, the justifications.
Like classic line, the one, money isn't important.
Oh, yeah.
But his counter argument is so good. He's like, well, if money really wasn't important to you, wouldn't you have tons of it?
I know. It's like saying oxygen isn't important while you're like gasping for air.
It doesn't add up.
It makes no sense.
No, it's a way to dismiss it instead of acknowledging that it is a big part of your life. But I think it's worth like exploring why people cling to that, Could it be fear?
Yeah, fear, for sure.
Is it maybe a way to protect yourself from this pressure, the pressure of like having to chase wealth?
Oh, that's such a good point. It's not just like denying the importance of money. It's about what's going on underneath, those emotions and beliefs that are driving that denial.
Yeah.
And often those same emotions and beliefs, they also drive the third red flag, which is complaining.
Oh, yes. Complaining. And Eker, he really doesn't hold back on this one.
He doesn't.
Calls it financial suicide, like one of the most damaging things you can do to your wealth.
And he even connects it to, the law of attraction, right? That idea that what you focus on expands. So if you are constantly focusing on what's wrong with your finances, you're just attracting more negativity.
Right, you are. And he suggests this 7-day no complaining challenge.
Oh, wow.
Not even in your head.
Ooh, that's tough.
It might sound easy, but to really like refrain from focusing on those negative aspects, could that really create a shift in your reality?
Yeah, I think that's what he's arguing, that it's not just about avoiding negativity, it's about replacing it with a more empowering perspective.
Yeah.
And here's where it gets really interesting, his analysis of the victim mentality. He suggests that the reward for playing the victim is often attention.
Attention, yeah.
And he argues that a lot of us, we confuse attention with love. We crave that validation from others, and seeking that validation can actually sabotage our success and happiness in the long run.
Because it's dependent.
Yeah.
It makes you dependent on other people to make you feel worthy.
Yeah.
Instead of cultivating that genuine sense of self-worth from within.
Yeah, that's a key distinction, right? Because if your sense of worth is tied to external validation, it can be so fleeting.
It's unreliable.
Totally unreliable. And Eker drives this point home with this very powerful statement. And I love this. You can be a victim or you can be rich, but you can't be both. And his imagery here is really intense. He compares blaming, justifying, and complaining to slitting your financial throat.
Oh,
I know.
all right.
It's a powerful, powerful way to show how these habits are actively undermining our financial well-being.
It's self-sabotage. So if Eker is right and these, victim mentality behaviors are so destructive, how do we break free?
Well, the good news is he doesn't leave us hanging. He gives us some really practical tools to help us shift out of that victim mindset and step into a more, empowered state.
Okay, so let's get to the good stuff. What are these tools?
So one of the simplest but surprisingly effective techniques, and he calls it the finger across the throat.
Okay.
Whenever you catch yourself, blaming, justifying, complaining, those three red flags,
Yeah.
you literally just take your finger and make the gesture across your throat. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's like a physical reminder to stop those thoughts.
Exactly. It's a way to disrupt that negative thought pattern and bring your awareness back to the present moment.
Okay, I like it.
But he doesn't stop there. He also recommends a daily debrief. This is where you take a few minutes each day to think about what went well and what didn't.
So kind of like a daily check-in.
Yeah, a daily check-in with yourself.
Okay.
But here's the thing. You don't just list what happened. You analyze your role in creating those events.
So even if something negative happened, you're looking for how your actions or your thoughts or your beliefs may have contributed to the outcome.
Precisely. You're taking ownership, responsibility for your experiences, good and bad. And by doing this every day, you start to cultivate this sense of agency.
You start to see yourself as the architect of your life rather than just this passive bystander. Which brings us back to Eker's core argument about the millionaire mindset. He says that wealthy people, they don't view themselves as victims of circumstance. They see themselves as the creators of their own wealth.
And that shift in perspective, that's crucial.
It really is.
Because when you actually believe you have the power to create wealth, you start to act in ways that align with that belief.
Yeah, you become more proactive, you're more willing to take risks, and you start to spot opportunities that you might have missed before.
Totally. It's like he says, your income can only grow to the extent that you do.
Yeah.
So personal growth, development, that's essential for financial success.
Makes total sense. So what does this all mean for our listener?
It means if you really want to transform your financial reality, you got to start by looking at your beliefs about money.
Yeah.
Like, are you holding on to any limiting beliefs?
Yeah.
Beliefs that might be sabotaging your success.
And are you falling into those victim mentality traps, the blaming, justifying, complaining?
Those are the patterns Eker's saying, break free, step into a mindset of empowerment.
Where you see yourself as capable, and deserving of financial abundance.
And remember those tools we talked about, the finger across the throat and that daily debrief. Those can be so powerful in this journey.
Like rewiring your brain for success.
Exactly. That's what makes this dive into Wealth File #1 so valuable. It's not just about understanding the concepts, it's about using them in your own life.
So true. So if you are ready to ditch that victim mentality and step into, your full financial potential, I encourage you to revisit this Wealth File #1 in Eker's book. Really take some time with it.
Really absorb it. Play around with those tools. See what works for you. How can you integrate these ideas into your daily routine?
Yeah. It's all about taking action.
Because like Eker says, when you change your beliefs, you change your actions. You change your actions, you change your results.
It all starts with that shift in mindset, from victim to creator.
Exactly. And that's really the essence of the millionaire mindset.
Absolutely. So as we kind of wrap up this first part of our deep dive into this Wealth File #1, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
If Eker's right, and rich people don't see themselves as victims, what other empowering beliefs might they hold?
What beliefs contribute to their success?
That's something to think about as you continue on your journey towards financial abundance. What beliefs are holding you back, and what beliefs can you embrace to propel you forward?
It's like we're peeking into the minds of these financially successful people.
Right. Like what makes them tick?
And it's not just about like positive thinking or visualizing wealth. It's about, that deep sense of agency, that belief that you actually have the power
To change things.
to shape your own financial destiny.
Yeah. That's powerful.
He's incredibly empowering.
So much of Eker's work, it seems to focus on this idea of taking ownership.
Oh yeah, taking ownership, responsibility.
Remember that comparison he makes? Those those victim mentality habits,
Yeah.
he's comparing them to slitting your financial throat.
It's intense.
I know, right? But it really drives home the point about the self-sabotage.
It really
That
does.
happens when we're not, taking control of our thoughts and our beliefs.
It's a call to action,
Yeah.
to stop waiting for things to happen and start actively creating the financial future that we want.
I love that.
And the tools that he provides, the finger across the throat and the daily debrief, they're such practical ways
Yeah.
to interrupt those negative patterns and start building some new habits.
More empowering habits.
More empowering habits, exactly.
It's like rewiring our brains for financial success.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
That's really what makes this deep dive into Wealth File #1 so valuable.
It really is.
It's not just about understanding the concepts. It's about actually using them in your life.
Yeah. So if you're ready to ditch that victim mentality and step into your full financial potential, I encourage you to go back and look at Wealth File #1 in Eker's book again.
Really take some time with it.
Yeah, take some time to really absorb those principles, experiment with those tools that he talks about.
See what resonates with you. How can you use these ideas
Yeah.
in your day-to-day life?
It's all about taking action, right?
Because Eker reminds us, when you change your beliefs,
You change your actions.
you change your
You
actions.
change your results.
It all starts with that mindset shift.
From victim to creator.
Powerful stuff.
Absolutely. So as we kind of wrap up this part of our deep dive into this Wealth File #1, I want to leave you with another thought-provoking question.
Okay.
If Eker's right and rich people don't see themselves as victims, what other empowering beliefs might they hold?
Yeah. What else is going on in there?
What beliefs contribute to their success in a really big way?
Something to think about,
As you continue
as you continue on that journey.
toward financial abundance,
Yeah.
what beliefs are you holding on to that might be holding you back? And what beliefs can you embrace to really propel you forward? It's like we're getting this blueprint, It's like how to rewire your brain for success.
Totally. And it reminds me, he compares those victim mentality habits to slitting your financial throat.
Right. Right.
Such a powerful image for how much we can sabotage ourselves.
Yeah, when we don't take control of our thoughts and beliefs.
Yeah, he's calling us to action,
Yeah.
to stop waiting and start creating the future we want.
And he gives us the tools to do it.
He does. He does. The finger across the throat and the daily debrief, those are great ways to break those patterns
And build new ones.
and build new ones that serve us better.
Exactly.
That's why this deep dive into Wealth File #1 is so important.
It's powerful.
It's not just theory.
Yeah.
It's about actually applying it
To your life.
to your life. Yeah.
So if you're ready to ditch that victim mentality and step into your full financial potential,
Really embrace it.
go back and check out Wealth File #1 in Eker's book.
Spend some time with it.
Yeah, really absorb it
See what resonates with you and how you can use it.
in your everyday life.
Because Eker reminds us, when you change your beliefs,
You change your actions.
you change your actions.
You change your results.
It all starts with the mindset.
From victim to creator.
So powerful.
Absolutely.
That wraps up our deep dive into Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep learning
Keep growing.
and keep believing in your power to create a life of abundance.